Now, National Nurses Week celebrations are continuing in our area. Today, WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital had a special treat for nurses and patients thanks to some furry friends. Our Clayton McChesney has more.
The nurses at WVU Medicine Princeton Community Hospital had their National Nurses Week wish fulfilled in the form of pet therapy, a first for the hospital.
The nurses are loving it. They're saying, I wish we could have pet therapy every day. I wish we could have pets here every day.
The hospital's chief nursing officer was already familiar with this form of therapy and knows the benefits that pets can bring to high-stress environments such as hospitals.
Research has shown that with pet therapy, it helps patients, because they're in the hospital, a place they really don't want to be. They're depressed, they're anxious, and that really helps with the depression and anxiety just to have a pet.
He reached out to the community through social media and was able to arrange a visit from Chip, the therapy dog. While Chip may not have a college degree, he is therapy certified to provide comfort to people who may be having a bad day. And in a hospital, it's not hard to find someone who fits that description. A nurse here says that scenario happened before her eyes when a patient about to be transferred for a serious condition got a therapy dog session.
She was really upset that she hadn't been able to see her Yorkie, and it just so happened today we had the dogs here. It made her day. It was like that's the best thing, is to see her happy when she was already so scared. That dog come in and just made her feel better. I can't describe the feeling you have when your patient who's been sick, she's scared, and then we bring in this dog and it turns her whole world different. It's wonderful.
But Chip wasn't the only furry friend on the premises. Some of the staff brought their own dogs as well. One of those staff members says it was love that made her want to share her dogs with others.
Dogs provide therapy for patients. They provide therapy for everybody else. And I think the love, the attention that they can bring to patients, just, they bring smiles on their face. We just, let them touch a patient, or a patient touch them. And she was so happy and just loved them, and it made her day. And that's what this day is about.
With the success of the pet therapy evident to everyone we spoke to, Anderson says he wants to continue the program beyond this week, continuing this National Nurses Week celebration for the rest of the year as well. Here for you in Princeton, I'm Clayton McChesney, WVVA News.
Thank you, Clayton. Anderson says if you have a certified therapy dog that you would like to use to help local nurses and patients, you should contact him to arrange time for a visit. Martin.